Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube. For the people that don't know me, name is Chris. From last video I said I was gonna do a review on the 2019 Charger Scat Pack, and this is it. So if you watch my previous videos, you'll know about 2.5 weeks ago I bought this thing here. Always wanted one. Actually wanted a Hellcat, but payments are too deep right now. So yeah, this is what it is. This color is called Plum Crazy Purple. Pretty unique. You don't see a lot of them depending on what city you live in. I know here I don't see a lot for sure. I've only seen another one, and it's a 2016. So today I'm gonna just teach you a little bit about what's different with the 19 versus all the others. So let's start by doing a cold start. Haven't started it all morning. Alright, now that was pretty loud. You probably couldn't hear me if I tried talking. So let's get into features. Steering wheel. It's pretty sure all the others have the same thing, but this it has a heated steering wheel. You can change the thing in the middle there. Let me turn the car on. So like the speedometer in the middle, you can change that by using these arrows right here, up, down. So you can actually go to tire pressure. And I believe from tire pressure I can go to the right to coolant temperature, transmission temperature, oil temp, oil pressure, oil life. Whoa, 87%. Okay, guess I've been driving a bit too hard. Battery voltage, intake, engine torque, and then engine power. Alright, so let's keep going down. Then we have top speed. My top speed is 149. I barely ever got to like get on it good without being afraid that a cop's gonna get me. Gas mileage, I average around 13.3. When you're buying a car like this, you don't think about how much you're gonna save in gas because you won't save gas. So forget about that part of it. Trip info. So pretty much I'm just showing you guys that you can really like change whatever you want to see in there. That's if I'm playing music, I can actually see what music I'm playing right in there, and I can also see it on the screen. Messages, and then screen setup. So when you're on screen setup, you can hit the OK button and you pretty much select where you want everything to go, and I just normally keep it the center. Or actually, I think this is asking me where I want to put, or what I want to put up in the top right hand. Pretty cool. Oh, never knew that. So yeah, car's still new to me. It's my first American muscle. All I've ever owned in my life is imports and Germans. I've had 2 BMWs. I still have one. My girl's at work with it right now. I have a BMW 530i. And I had a 1996 318i convertible, and then I had a Honda Accord, and then this here was my second car, the SI, which is actually for sale. I'm trying to get rid of it this month, or as I said in the last video, I might do a raffle on it, and I'm not sure. So let's check out some other features here. Let's back out of this. Alright, let's leave it on speedometer. So here we got the digital display, wherein we can do SRT mode, which is pretty sure all the others have it just the same. Don't know if it's the same software though, because I've seen a few videos on YouTube with guys that have different pages that they look different, and this is where you can switch it from like track mode, auto is technically like you're in eco, so you're like in gas saving mode. Sports is like a little between track and auto, so it's like it won't release all the power, The traction is in sports mode, which means traction is off, just like when you have it on track, same thing. It probably doesn't spin as much, but still it's like it's off, like probably 50%, I would think. Never tried it. I only drive it in auto and track. And custom, you can pretty much set it up how you want it. I can go to traction, I can turn that off, put it on track, or just put it back on street. And when it's on street, the traction is pretty much on. And you just go back to auto. So now you have an option here that says valet, which all the Hellcats have. All the Chargers should have the same thing. And when you pretty much put it in valet mode, what it really does is, like, if you're lending your car to a friend, or you actually going out to a restaurant that has valet, it pretty much reduces the speed. You can't speed with it. You probably can't play music. I've heard a few stuff about it. Haven't ran through it for myself yet, but overall pretty cool stuff. Also, before I go any further, shout out to this dude I watch on YouTube, Fat Cat. He bought his car on the same time I bought mine, and pretty cool guy. So if you check it out, if you go on your search bar and just type in Fat Cat, you'll find him. Other things here, like mirror dimmer, that dims this mirror right here, or either the mirror in the back, whatever, I don't know. But all I know is whenever I turn it on, it really does get darker a little bit. Like if somebody's driving behind me with their high beam, I can actually, when I turn it on, it actually darkens the mirror, so that way it's not like hitting your eyes. And another cool thing I like about this, it comes with, if you see the background there, it has the Hellcat logo. If you go to settings and you go to display, then you go to set theme, it has a bunch of different themes here. And I believe number 8, is it number 8? That's the demon. Let's see. Nope, that's just a regular gray. That's Dodge Challenger. And there's the demon logo. So you can actually mess with it, select whichever one you want. I personally like the one with the Hellcat on there, so that's why I keep it on there. There's a bunch of different cool stuff in here. As I said, I've never messed with a lot of this stuff yet, but one of my favorite features on here is when I go to drive mode and then I go to race options. See this right here, line lock? A lot of the cars, I believe line lock was added into the 2019s only, because I have a friend with a 2017 Hellcat and he does not have line lock. And what line lock does, it pretty much tells you, okay, so let's put the car in drive and then activate line lock. What it does, it says apply brake pressure, and once I get on the brake hard enough and I hold the OK button, the OK button actually holds the brake for me with my foot off the gas, so I can do a burnout technically, which pretty cool, but can be a bit dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. Because for me, it took me a minute to actually get what it is, and then once you let go of the OK button, you disable line lock. So what it does is, like, you hold the OK button and then just press the gas, and it starts doing a burnout instead of holding the gas with your left foot and then pressing. What am I saying? Instead of holding the brake with your left foot and pressing the gas with your right foot, you just hold the OK button and just use your right foot for gas to do a burnout. Pretty cool stuff. Then you have launch control here. Haven't learned how to set that up yet. As I said, I'm coming from that to this, which is a big power difference. I did already take it to the dyno and dynoed it. It made 435 to the wheels and 455 torque. Not bad, not what I was expecting. I was expecting at least 450 to the wheels and at least 470 torque, knowing that the car comes with 485 horsepower. But people always say Dodge never tells the truth about how much power the car actually has. So right here on the where the hell is it, performance page, I was on my local highway, which down here in Florida is called 95, and I had it in track mode and I was speeding, and using the pedals I went all the way to 6,000 RPMs and it showed me 494 horsepower. Now that's not to the wheels, that's to the crank, but on Google, if you search one of these cars up, it tells you that the car has 485. So technically it does have a little bit more power than is put online. I heard they did that for insurance purposes, which to me sounds like it doesn't make sense, but I've heard a few people say that. Anyways, let's put that back in park. And let's mess with some of these stuff. So you have timer here, which you can actually like set your own time, like see how good you are on the track. You got gauges, which is technically the same thing that I showed you earlier over here, besides you have it on this screen. G-force, I don't understand a shit about G-force, so I'm not gonna get into that. Engine, this just show you all the gauges like power, torque, oil pressure, what gear you're in, and then dyno actually shows you how much power you're putting out and torque. But I didn't use this when I dynoed the car though. I actually went up to an actual shop and got it done. One of my boys' shop named Sticky's Dyno and Performance. And so far, I would say that's it. That's the most I have, at least. Somebody else out there is gonna do another one that's better than mine. So pretty cool stuff, guys. I love this thing. It's unbelievable. And when it comes to pricing, a lot of guys, I've seen them done price videos on theirs and how much they paid versus how much I paid. And let's get into that. This is my sticker right here. And price of the car was $43. The online price that they had it for was $40. And I went up there multiple times to argue with them about the car. I ended up walking out the door at $41,000. I got the car for $38, just because it takes some arguing and actually showing them that you're serious. And you got to, sometimes when you're buying a car, you got, no matter how bad you want that car, you gotta walk away from the shit. Like, walk away from the deal, have them call you back. If they don't call you back, you go up there another day, like bother them about it. Like, let them see that, okay, I am a serious buyer, but I'm not gonna fall for your bullshit. And I've seen YouTubers who paid $53,000 for a 2019 Scat Pack. But overall, I learned a lesson off this thing. I paid 20 grand for a 2012 SI. It only had 20,000 miles 3 years ago when I bought it. So I kind of, they did rip me off, I'm not gonna lie. I actually paid $16,000 for it, but with interest it knocked it up to $20,000. And then I dumped over 8 grand into it. It has full bolt-ons and it's tuned, and it's pretty quick. Not as quick as this, of course, but it gets down. So yeah, I learned lessons from buying that SI. Then when it was time to buy this, it was pretty much a lesson learned. So anyways, guys, I won't take up much of your time. I don't like doing long videos because people get bored and bugged out. So I'll call it an end for this video. Please let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and I will see you in the next episode of this bullshit. Alright, just kidding, guys. Have a good day.